Hello, everyone. OBS changed the way that their audio mixer looks, and I'm having a crash. No, I'm just kidding. I'm okay. I'm only a little freaked out. Okay. This lady is iconic. This is maybe my new fucking favorite song ever. Oh my god. Alright, let me open up. Sorry I'm really late. I had to, do a spur of the moment, query because the, oh, thank you, Jace.
You should set a timer.
What's up?
Set a timer.
For how long?
3 minutes.
3 minutes. That was a fucking masterpiece of music. Holy shit. Okay, now and do a series, more serious thing. I had to do a spur of the moment pitch, or a query for this agent because all of a sudden he was like, "Hey, I'm only accepting trans, LGBTQIA plus, BIPOC, A, PI, like marginalized people." And I was like, bro, wait a second, this guy might be my guy, and this dude has like a 1-day response rate, like he's so fast. So now I'm scared, because probably today or tomorrow I'll hear back from this guy. Fucking terrified. But this guy actually seems like, all of a sudden, it's like I might have a fucking chance with this guy. For Fatal Mechanisms, I don't know. I am horrified. So, fingers crossed. If you have any questions about commissions, Tangent, let me know. Do keep in mind, though, I am booked all the way out through July. Actually, somehow, I don't know how this happened. But if you have any questions and you don't have work on a deadline, I'd love to work on stuff for you. I'm just very, very busy with editing and other things. Hi, Carix, how are you? Welcome in. Sorry I'm a little late. I was doing a query to an agent, now I'm screaming. I have to do some research on how it would be reasonable for Breeze to be on the phone. Because in 1991, they didn't have speakerphone and his head is a fireball, so how does he not burn the phone? We're going to find out. Let's do some research. Okay, get some food. I'm eating toast because I'm oh boy, I'm oh boy. My brain is in such a bad spot that it's like literally toast and butter is the only thing you can fucking eat right now, and I'm like, interesting. Fascinating. Oh, nice though. That sounds fun. Watching good like shows is a great way to clear your head. Yeah, I appreciate the Russian level of butter. Oh, thanks. That's my tea. Hey, Mercy, what's going on? Oh, yes. No, always. And thank you so much for just popping in for just a little bit. I hope you've been doing well, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. Thank you for stopping by again. We're going to do some sprintos today. I will say I'm going to put out a content warning because I guarantee I'm going to hit something really rough today. So if you are reading this work, keep in mind that this story, I put the content warnings over on Wattpad. And I'm just kind of working on it here. Let me go and open up the actual content warning itself so that way I can look at it. Content warnings are arranged, forced and coerced marriage, emotional abuse, psychological manipulation, depression, postpartum depression, PTSD, suicide and attempted suicide, implied, death of an infant, off screen, never directly shown, grief and loss. So, heavy shit, point being. So if you don't want to read the text directly, I'm not going to shame you for it because it does have a good ending, but it is fucking rough getting there. So, got a blast from the past. I remember how my dad collected the DVDs and I snuck in a few times to watch it with them. That's so fun, though. Ghost in the Shell's amazing. Is this the April in Paris, or is this the... Oh, yeah. Can I have some creamer for it? Mm-hmm. Thank you. I don't like drinking this shit by itself. It has a weird, funky flavor. It's got a funky flow that I don't like. Jace, we gotta go to the Russian grocery store. Yeah. I want head cheese so bad. I don't know why it punched me directly in the throat, but my brain is like, if you don't eat head cheese right now, you're gonna fucking die. I'm like, well...
Just a raspberry rose.
That sounds good. I like this creamer. Creamer. Thank you.
Cream beef for my baby.
He still has the DVDs. That's so cute. I love that. Yeah, today I'm going to be writing. I have to try and get this bad boy up to 8,000 words, which we're only 2,000 words away, so guaranteed I'll do that in the first half of sprints and stream. Ooh, we got a really short sprint right out the gate. Let me turn on my cafe sounds for the people over on YouTube's.
Okay, love. What's the name of the guy? So that way I can, like, hone in on this reading. For the pitch that you just put.
Oh, his name's Ernie. Do you need the last name?
Yes.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, his name is Ernie. Ernie. Chiara. Ernie. He looks like a friendly Italian man. An Italian-American man. Oh, he's a director for Pitch Wars. And was a copywriter for a Fortune 500 client. So that's cool. And he worked for Stars and Sabers. He doesn't do women's fiction, romance, middle grade picture books, poetries, or novellas. No way. Yeah, so holy shit. I like everybody fingers crossed that I get this stupid agent. I swear to God. I know that I'm like literally... He probably has slots for like 3 or 5. Maybe 3. And I'm like, I swear to God, I hope it's me. But that being said, I'm going to jump into the first sprint. I got to try and figure out how to Breeze answers the fucking phone because he has a fireball for a head. So that's interesting. And, yeah, we're gonna see how he, what Liz talks to him about. I don't know how this conversation's gonna go. So, I'm gonna do that, and then, I'll be right back. We'll do a very short sprint, just 11 minutes, so good luck, and I will see you on the other side. Here we go. Alright, that was the shortest sprint of all time. I wrote 400 words, though. Oh, Bariste. Bariste is my fave. He's just a guy. Hopefully everybody else did some other productive stuff. Also, it was my cat's birthday yesterday, or a couple days ago, so we got him lobster-flavored Temptation so he could eat a bougie big boy dinner, and then we also got him Friskies. And Friskies is like the American McDonald's equivalent of cat food. And, he ate his Friskies, and, he seems very content with life. Also, Cal says hydrate. Everybody drink some kind of liquids. I'm drinking milk to go with my piece of butter toast. Yo, I need everybody to put your good juju into this, this query. I'm out of liquid! Oh no! Quick! Acquire liquid. I'm drinking white milk like an American. Yeehaw! All right. I feel weird talking to other authors because I'm like I don't want to be like I don't know, like drama for the sake of drama guy, because I don't like to. Sir, I can't. I keep telling you to not come up here. Oh, don't punch my mouse. Mr. Bubs, I picked him up and he literally went. I just bashed the mouse off of my desk. Sir, you can't do that.
That's bratty.
That was bratty. Well, that was crazy. But yeah, I don't normally like to start author drama, but like I recognize that like my stuff has been rejected a lot, but it is very weird for like, because this author shared that query link to that guy, and I was like, thanks for sharing, he seems like such a nice guy and his query responses are fast. And she's like, yeah, I did art for him once, he's super nice, but I wish he didn't reject my story twice. It's like exactly what he's looking for. And I'm like, well, clearly it was not, because he rejected it twice. It's just a weird place to be. And I'm like, I'm gonna try and be nice and relatable and be like, yeah, literally there are agents that like I read what their like manuscript wish list is or their bio, and I'm like, oh, I'm exactly like what you're looking for, and they'll either ghost or reject, you know. And it's like I know that there's stuff going on in the back end that's like marketing or you know, desirability or things like that. It could be the subject matter of the book, like any of those things. And I'm like, apparently you weren't what he was looking for. I don't know, it's just weird. It's just weird. At least this guy's very personal, and he does give personalized responses of why he rejects stuff. So. I fucking hope so. Ten of Pentacles is a good fucking card for that, actually. I do get to see, I do get to send an email today to my first Liminal House author and let them know that I'm accepting their work. So that is kind of fun and exciting.
Yeah.
I wonder what the word is for Catholic phobic. Is that what is the word? Is that a thing? Romophobia. That's funny. I fucking can't. Alright, we're talking about me being in a, like, we're talking about fucking hyper-competitive, mean-ass kids. I shared a video that was like, I'm the only 12-year-old boy in my tap dance class. And now we were talking about, fucking people being, like, super mean and competitive and, like, really weird. Fucking what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Anyway. Oh my god, I'm so tired. I don't have to, like, grade any students' work today. Yesterday was bad. I do have to meet with a panicked student today, though, and I'm not really looking forward to it. I'm not really, like, emotionally equipped to handle someone's, like, severe anxiety load because I can't really handle my own anxiety load. So I have to figure out how I'm going to approach that fucking conversation today. And if it gets to the point where it's just like, I don't mean to like deflect on this student, but I probably will be like, the best thing that's going to help you is YouTube tutorials and meeting up with the SLC because they're free and they can meet with you much more frequently than I can. And I would recommend, yeah, going that direction is probably what I'm going to do. Not to like deflect the student off onto somebody else, but... Oh my god. Okay. This conversation's gonna be rough. Mr. Bubbert, I don't know why I picked the most anxiety-inducing shit to write about, Mr. Bubs. Why are you sitting on the floor like a little depressed sausage?
He's hunching.
He's hunching like a little old man. Jace, you want to wait a cat?
I mean, I can.
I don't know. I just am curious. Jace is getting a hunch pick. Okay, ads are going to start in a little bit. I'm just going to start a new sprint. Wow, this one is the longest sprint. Not like the longest sprint, but that's pretty fucking long. Alright, so this time we're going for 24 minutes. So, I'm going to keep writing, and then I'll be back in just a little bit. So, have a good time working, and let's be productive. Let me know what you're working on or what you've been having fun doing in the chat. Let's share some positive stuff, because I feel like everybody's fucking dying. So if you want to share one thing that's making you happy, or, as Estelle would say, 2 things that you're enjoying right now. 2 things. Give me 2 things that you're enjoying right now, or things that bring you joy, and I'll answer mine when I come back from the sprint. So, I will see you all in just a bit. Here we go. All right. How did everybody do? Thank you so much, Broken, for the follow. Welcome in. Sorry I was like low-key quiet during the sprint. If you've never done sprints before, it's like we work during the timer and then we come back and chat. So welcome in. Also, content warning for anybody new joining the stream. I'm writing some really heavy adult folklore fiction, and it has a lot to do with miscarriages, postpartum depression, and grief. So, if that is too heavy for you, you do not have to read what I'm writing, and feel free to just like use the timer as a workspace and not read this depressing ass shit. Really hard. Also, thank you. I'm glad that you like the music. This is the playlist that I designed specifically for working on these novellas, and with all of the books that I publish, I curate Spotify playlists for them so that people can listen to music that sounds like the book in my head anyway. So this is Liz's, or the older Von Altus's, I should say, their music, but this particular song is definitely Liz. I'm writing a book about her at the moment. But welcome in. If you want to learn more about my work, you can find my info on my website, which I just linked in the chat, and check out all the stuff that I do. But we're working on, an adult folklore novella for a contest. And it is real fucking depressing. Oh, nice reading during sprints. I love it. What are you reading right now? I'm currently reading a manuscript called Wetware Wizards by Richard Friesen, and he published it before, but he's looking to publish it through my publishing company. So that's exciting. It is also kind of depressing, but it's really fucking good. But that's alright. A History of Mathematics by H.A. Freebury. That sounds intense. Is it nonfiction? I typically don't read nonfiction, but that sounds intense. H.A. Freebury. Yeah, wow. A History of Mathematics for secondary schools. Oh, it's a Macmillan. It's a textbook. Oh, cool. Kind of interesting to read, like, historic textbooks. It's got a fun cover. Look at this abacus on this cover. Iconic. Look at it. I fucking love that so much, though. They're like, do you want to touch the math? It's like, yes, I do. Actually, I would love to touch the math. Oh, mine is orange with flowers. That's so fun. My library's all packed up because I'm moving. So, I found this in my grandmother's house. That's so funny. Like, I love how people hold on to, like, the most interesting stuff. Like, guaranteed that was, like, picked up for a class at some point, and then it just, like, sat there. Very interesting. That is cool that it's a good read, though. Click-clack on that abacus. Yeah, right? Tactile math. Touch the math. Feel the math. I love that. But I hope you have a good move, though, too. I'm also packing to get ready to move. My husband and I are moving to Canada, so we're going to dip on out of here. But where we've been packing to, oh my god, be the math. That's so awesome. Just as a heads up, we are going to be getting hit with ads in about a minute, so... Lucky freedom. Yeah, no, I'm so stressed out, but I'm very, very glad. It's been a rough, like, couple of months, I think. But I'm selling everything that I own, and I'm going to yeet myself into the land of maple syrup. Thank you for sharing those hunch pics of the cat into the Discord. Jeez. Sometimes he hunches like an old man. To be fair, he's 12. He doesn't know what's going on. Oh, okay, I'm moving back to Alabama. Well, hopefully the move is not stressful and that, everything goes well and that, moving is hard. I haven't done it often. I've done, like, micro moves, I would say, where I moved, within, like, the city of Denver, for example, a bunch. I've lived all over Denver, but I've never made a cross-country move or a to a different country move. Like, it's just it's a big thing. Yeah, honestly, I hope the best for you, Broken. That's so scary. Like, yeah, it is a rough fucking time to be in the United States, for sure. Your biggest move was Colorado Springs and Denver. Yep, it's true. It was Colorado Springs to Lakewood first, actually, and then Colorado Springs to Arvada. So that was actually quite north-ish.
Mm-hmm.
Almost Westminster.
Yeah.
Then from Westminster to Aurora.
Mm-hmm. Technically, my biggest move was from Japan to Indiana, but I was an infant.
Yeah, you're like, I'm a bummy, I don't remember that. In my brain, I'm like, I've covered the entire Denver tri-state area. Like, I formed the triangle. Like, yeah. No, that's a mood. Okay, I'm at 7,700 words. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I only need 300 more words to hit the actual break. And then effectively I have to try and write as much as humanly possible to get to 25k. That'll be the next leap. I just wonder how many people are going to actually complete the first goal, because if only 1,700 people entered their short stories and qualified, then the question is this like how many people are going to hit 8k? I'm not sure if you're trapped in ads, Broken, so I'll wait for like 30 more seconds before answering your question. I promise I'm not ignoring you. I'll open up my website though in the meantime. And also Liminal too. What is this? What is that? Okay, it was just a weird thing. Okay, almost there. We got 5 seconds before being free. Okay, I think we're out of ads now. But yeah, I do offer editing services. What are your qualifications, if you don't mind me asking? I opened my website preemptively. On my page itself, my first qualification is that I have a master's in publishing. So I know how to run a publishing house from the inside out. And then I've also been an EFA certified editor. This is a really garbage image. I don't know why it displays in that way. I want to get more editing certifications as I go, mostly in developmental editing and sensitivity editing. But I am an EFA certified line editor. The EFA is the Editorial Freelancers Association. So I have both of those things under my belt. I've also been working in book marketing for almost 5 years. It'll be 5 years next year. And I'm a project manager for a book marketing company specifically. I also run my own publishing house called Liminal House Press. And I have done editing jobs for, like, externally for at least, like, 10 other people. The books that I've worked on for editing include New World Girls. Let's see. This is the website. I've done this one for this author. This was really fun. I did also the book composite and the formatting for this book, which was really great. It ended up being very beautiful. So that's fun. I also worked on Colin Irish's work. No. Is it this guy? I don't remember what the name of this author was, and now I feel bad. His name is Colin Irish. I don't remember how to spell it. That was a science fiction. I just worked on Golden Tiger, Rose Dragon for Asprey Jones. Let's see, what else? I worked on Modern Elephant Management for Gary White. He's Austrian, so like lots of different stuff. But yeah, like, if you ever have any questions, definitely feel free to ask. I work predominantly on speculative fiction, but also, too, Liminal House, if you're interested in checking this out, is a bona fide publishing company. I'm going to be signing on my first author very soon, but I mostly publish science fiction, fantasy, and horror written by LGBT, disabled, or otherwise minority authors. So if you ever have any questions, you can either, like, just contact me through the little, like, contact form here. And just like drop me a line, and I answer all of these emails. But otherwise, yeah, all of these services. I do offer some different services through Liminal House as well, whether that's like author platform stuff or otherwise. So that's fun. Oh God, is this soon? Is this puppet soon? Oh my God, it is. I love that you don't even need audio for these. I love that little man. But yeah, if you have any questions, definitely let me know. Eventually, I will get my certifications in other stuff, but it will take time. In terms of book covers and stuff, I am a professional illustrator. I also have a master's in visual development. And I have, like, a lot of my visual development portfolio on my website to look at as well. This is more for, like, animation and video games, but I illustrated all the covers for my books as well, and those are on my commission page all the way down. So these are not necessarily like the most, like, I guess, up to date, but I've done a lot of different book covers. These are like examples of photographic book covers, but all of my book covers I've done are my own illustrations too. So I do too much. In other words, I do too many things. Way too many. What do you like to write, Broken? Let's see. Sci-fi, horror, fantasy. Love it. Yeah, those are my favorite. I appreciate other genres, but I definitely prefer to write things that help me eject my brain off of this planet. Oh my God, Coffee Story just sent me a 5% off coupon, bro. I don't got Coffee Story money. I wish that I did though. Oh, we got another short sprint. Clive Barker. I haven't read a lot of Clive Barker. Let's see. Oh, yeah, Hellraiser, though. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, I'm kind of a weenie, and I don't read a lot of horror. The last horror that I read was Rin Chipeko's The Sacrifice. So that was kind of fun. But yeah, good, like, yeah, I would argue at least, like, Candyman and Hellraiser are, like, great examples of, like, really, really good, I don't know, he's very visual, and it helps that, like, the guy himself is an illustrator and a fine artist, so it's, like, he's able to really make stuff that's super, visceral. Pretty cool. I appreciate it. I respect it. I like how he's just, like, still writing a bunch of stuff. Good go, bro. Don't ever stop. Keep making cool stuff. I love that for him. It's very surrealist. I like his work. Yeah, character depth. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I'm not a huge, like, horror buff, but I have heard that, like, while Hellraiser is a really beautiful movie to look at, like, yeah, the books, I don't know, movies just can't really compare to books. It's very rare that I find a movie that I watch that's an adaptation of the book that I'm like, wow, this is actually better, or it's just as good. It's like, it's so hard to translate that to screen. Normally they don't have enough time. Unless you want to be like James Cameron and make like a 4-hour movie. Which I respect, but like, damn. I might die. I would low-key die. I have not read We Have Always Lived in the Castle. I've heard of Shirley Jackson, though. Yeah, I tend to write or read a lot of like middle grade and young adult fiction. But Shirley Jackson is, yeah, a unit, definitely an author of that deserves deep respect. Haunting of Hill House is incredible, though. The movie was at least great. Um, Concept and the hook is amazing. I don't know how it compares to the actual book, though. Yeah, legendary, super super great author. I do want to read The Haunting of Hill House eventually, though. Damn, she wrote over 6 novels, 2 memoirs, and then 200 short stories in her lifetime. That's crazy. Oh, wild. I love that method, though. That sounds so fun, Broken. Like, yeah, I like things that really make you think. That's definitely a major focus of my publishing house, is it's like, I want books and stories that are like, not very tropey. They bend genres. They don't really fit into that box, and so thereby are deemed by the traditional publishing industry as like unmarketable. And it's like, it's not that it's unmarketable. You're just a coward. Like, so my goal is to definitely like help, especially authors that don't normally get the limelight, to be able to publish really good stuff. I currently pitched this guy, and I'm so scared. He has not read any queries since I submitted. Ernie. Pick me, Ernie. I'm fine. I'm fine. Alright, well, let me go ahead and get started on this next sprint. Oh, that's cool. I was looking at a regional publisher, but yours seems more thematic. Yeah, it really just depends. And like, to clarify, I'm a hybrid publisher, so my approach is more like what I would describe as like self-publishing plus. It's really self-publishing for authors that are afraid to handle really hard tasks like marketing or the Kickstarter campaign or event organization or all of those things. And so I let my authors have a lot of creative control over their work, but I also don't have the budget or the funds to handle things like a traditional publisher, like a fully trad publisher would. So there's definitely no one right answer when publishing, but yeah, I definitely focus on a lot of authors that like they haven't been able to break into the traditional publishing industry for whatever reason. Most of the time it's because the manuscript just isn't ready or has like weird errors, or alternatively like the topics are too controversial or too, quote, niche for traditional marketing or traditional publishing. So effectively, they're told that their stuff is too weird and that it won't get published. And I'm like, I can sell anything. Try me. Like, but on that note, I'm gonna go ahead and jump back in to another sprint so that I can keep working before my next my next stupid student that I have to talk to. I teach animation at an art college, and I have a very frustrating class set this year. Everybody is panicking, and all the students have anxiety. So I'm just gonna keep going. I'm gonna try and push through this really hard scene, and I will see you all in this very short sprint at the end of 13 minutes. So here we go. Alright, sorry y'all, I was doing research. I'm officially over 8,000 words, so I met the goal. And my next goal is to try and get over or through this section and to the end of Act 1. I'm trying to get through this fucking really hard shit because then after this, it starts to shift away from this really heavy shit. But like, by God, really hard. I knew that this one was going to be the worst. Out of the 3 siblings, this one was going to be just the absolute fucking worst. But it was the one that fit the Wattpad prompt, so I had to do it. Also, we got a self-care combo. Everybody, oh my God, I'm going to get my fucking amiibo card for Animal Crossing. I'm doing it. But yeah, everybody should sit up, stretch, make sure you're not shrimping at your desk, and drink some kind of fluid. I'm drinking milk and also some tea with some creamer. Hey, thank you so much for that sub, Broken. That's so kind. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that so much. Slowly but surely, we climb toward our sub goal. Whatever that is. I'm pretty sure it's like 25, but that's okay. I am but a small bean with a small army. Thank you. I really do appreciate that a lot. We got 6 whole subs. I'm pretty sure that that's the most subs I've ever had. And now you have the golden, or the bronze arcade token. Oh, 7. Now we're up to 7. Crazy. Oh my God. Psycho is very cool. We should forfeit all worldly possessions to him. We gotta watch out. I'm not that cool. I'm like, if that's the case, I'm like the worst, like, djinn slash demon of all time. People, like, give sacrifices to me, and I'm like, would you like one missing sock? But he is selling everything. You're right, though. My mom was, like, asking me what I wanted for my birthday, and I was like, I don't know how to tell you that I'm, like, trying to sell everything that I own. God of the missing sock. Yeah, I'm like that little jerk that lives in your dryer that eats your socks. That's me. The sock demon. I do like rogue socks, though. I am very sleepy, EP. I wish that I could remember what it was like to be a regular person that sleeps. But that's okay. Y'all, I don't want to have to deal with this panicked student after this. You're the one taking my socks, how could you? I'm sorry! I'm a sock klepto. I don't ask. Oh my God, don't just fail them. Honestly, Broken, I'm not even joking. That's kind of where we're at. Last semester was rough. I teach animation classes at an arts college. I focus mostly on script writing for animation and on concept art. But like last semester, I had like 3 students turning in AI out of like 50 students. And so like that sounds like not that many, but for the speed at which I go through these classes, the semesters last 8 weeks. So like, let me do some math. Oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. There we go. That's like 6% of my students. And it doesn't seem like that high of a percentage, but I guarantee that there are more students doing it that I didn't catch, which makes it very likely that around 10% of the students are just using AI, particularly in writing. The AI art I can catch super fast, but like, oh my God, really bad. But the thing that's been getting me this semester is just like the sheer lack of like reading comprehension. A lot of students will read the assignments and just legitimately not understand what's being asked of them, even though there are typically like step-by-step directions and like how-to tutorials and like all of these things. It's just like absolutely insane. And this semester particularly, I've had an issue with like a very disrespectful student. So super weird. I normally don't have that happen at all, and I tend to consider, like, I don't know, my teaching style is really, like, tolerant And I recognize a lot of people have like mental health stuff going on, or like emergencies, or like, I don't know, our country's in the middle of a war. Like, I don't know what people are going through, so I'm pretty lenient. So to have a student like be that level of disrespectful is very weird. Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see. This student today, though, was fine. They're not disrespectful. They just got a lot of anxiety. And I'm like, I don't got the spoons. I don't got the spoons for this. Yeah, it's super weird, Broken. I was asking the same question last semester. It's like, why would you spend $200,000 on a degree to use the AI to do it for you? Like, it's just, that's such a weird thing. But yeah, they've effectively, the school's policy is that if you catch a student using AI, you just fail the assignment, you know. And then if they do it so many times and you've warned them and you've told them, hey, don't do that anymore, and they keep doing it, then they just get expelled. $200K, yeah, that's the cost of most schools. Like, that's 4 years of art school, so it's about, give or take, anywhere from, like, the art school that I teach at is about 30K a year, so that's 30, 60, 90, about 120K, so not quite 200K, give or take. But more expensive art schools like SCAD costs about $50,000 a year to go to, as a much larger institution. Yeah, maybe Animal Crossing could help. My Chanshan card is in the mail. My little monkey man's coming. He's coming. I'm gonna put Sun Wukong on my island and I'm not gonna feel bad. But yeah, very weird. Yeah, very, very weird. Like, I think one class credit at RenCat is like $8,000. So, at the end of the day, if you're using AI, you literally just torched $8,000. I'm like, I would kill for $8,000. That would, like, make my life way easier. Like, the logic just isn't there for me. I just don't understand. Boggles my mind. Insanity. So, thankfully, the disrespectful student I was able to pass off to the chair of my department because he looked at what was going on and was like, what? It was absolutely wild. My degree was 40K in student loans. I couldn't imagine anymore. I pulled what we call jokingly in this chat a Nathan Lamb. He's like one of my characters from an upcoming book. He has like 7 degrees and like $300,000 in student loan debt. But I effectively did that, and in order to ignore all responsibilities of adulthood, I just kept going back and getting more degrees. So I have 4 degrees and 180K in student loan debt, and I regret nothing. Like, I just literally didn't stop. The government paid for my rent. Oh, it was absolutely fucking insane. At the end of the day, though, my student loan payments are only like $200, so $300. It's really not that bad. And I know I will never pay it off in my whole life. And then if I become insolvent, then like they can't charge me money. So it's like, that's funny. Ooh, I want to go back for math or creative writing. You sound like a very smart person. Math is very difficult for me, and I love learning and researching. I do a lot better with, like, big picture concepts, so I'm more of a fan of, like, medicine and, like, earth sciences or sociology, anthropology, archaeology. So big picture concepts are super easy for me, but I think I just had the world's worst math teachers. I've been trying to go back through Khan Academy to relearn math and, like, teach myself, remind myself that, like, I wasn't dumb or bad. I think I had really bad teachers. So that's been a kind of a confidence booster for me a little bit. Yeah, but math is cool. Yeah, I have a serious respect for engineers, chemists, and mathematicians, especially theoretical physicists and theoretical mathematicians. Crazy stuff. I love it. The creative writing degrees are very, very fun. They can at least help get you, like, good critique groups and, you know, good connections for people to help you work on your stuff. I was a chemist. Wowee! Maybe I can use your help at some point, Broken. Maybe in the future. Nathan Lamb is a pharmaceutical chemist, and the amount of research that I have been having to do on that book is absolutely, like, mind-boggling. So, it's been Nuts. Oh, I joined your Discord. Thank you. Welcome in, Meep. I love a Meep. I love that. If you need some help figuring out how to choose your pronouns and stuff, let me know. You do have to go over into, it's this particular section of the Discord, the pronoun selection, and then effectively you can click any one of these little guys down here at the bottom to react based on which pronouns that you want. If you do need custom pronouns, let me know, and I would recommend selecting they, them, and then just DMing me what you want your pronouns to be, and I can just make you a new role, no problem. But once you click one of these, then you'll see the rest of the server will open up. Otherwise, the channels are locked. But that's awesome, though. Yeah, I have this guy trying to effectively cure choline deficiency in the human body, because he's of the belief that he doesn't have PTSD or trauma or anxiety, and that it's a vagus nerve like choline problem. And to some extent, he was right. I felt very validated this year when a Harvard meta-study came out saying that choline deficiency is a massive problem for people with chronic anxiety disorders. And I was like, I'm a fucking genius! I felt really smart. But long story short, it backfires. It's like a superhero universe thing. So he has some fun, and by fun, I mean very traumatizing superpowers crop up in the wake of all of that. Kind of an interesting thing. It'll get there. It'll get there. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into the next sprint. You guys are so easy and fun to talk to. Honestly, I feel like I get super distracted. I need a Nina. Over in my friend Cordy's stream, there's a frequent participant, Nina, who's just like an absolute delight. She's so wonderful. And she is the one that is in charge of keeping Q's sprints in check. Like, after like 5 minutes, she's like, we gotta sprint! And then we'll just yell at Q every time she goes rogue. Dude. All right, cool. Well, let's see. The next sprint is going to be third. Oh, exactly 20. Look at that. Yeah, if you need any help with the Discord, please let me know, and I would be glad to help you out. I saw you came in twice, so let me know if you're having issues with that, and I can let you know. But otherwise, I'm going to jump into this next sprint for this next 20 minutes. I'm going to get through this section, and I think we'll be in a really good spot. So here we go, 20 minutes, and I'll see you all in just a bit. Here we go. Sweet mercy. All right. I'm at 9,400 words. Oh my god. Oh my god. Son of a bitch. If this doesn't grip people, I don't know what. I wrote 2 pages. That's great. If you want to tell me or talk to the chat about what your story is about, please feel free to do so. We love sharing ideas and, you know, being involved in other people's work. So if that's something that you want to share, you are more than welcome to do so. But if not, that is also totally okay. I am very excited to move beyond this stressful ass shit. This manuscript. Oh my god. I'm almost free! Oh, that would be so awesome, Broken. Yeah, no, I totally understand, though. I definitely am the kind of person, like, I recognize I write on stream, but I don't typically share, like, first drafts or things like that, you know? See you later, 2Keys. Thank you so much for hanging out during stream. I appreciate you staying up late and hanging out with us for so long. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your night. Rest well. But totally, yeah, I'd love to beta read your work. I'm always so excited to read new stuff, especially by indie authors. I don't hardly buy traditionally published books anymore. I don't think, like, it has to be like the best premise or hook of all time for me to be invested. Otherwise, I spend all my time reading and writing indie. I have to go and keep going on a bunch of Kickstarter stuff too, backer kit stuff. We'll see. Yes, I often describe it. That's actually very true, Broken. No joke. I often describe my own writing experience as literally an out of body experience. I don't typically. I'm sure other writers experience this way too. Like, I think about how Stephen King based a lot of his work on, like, night terrors that he has. But I know for me, a lot of my stuff is either very informed by dreams, or it definitely feels like an out of body psychic experience, and I go into this altered state when I write, and it sounds kind of freaky, but that is just honestly what happens. Yeah, it is. It's exhausting. Yes, no, Broken. Wow, no, that's actually it's difficult finding people who have experienced the same thing as me. But yes, I 100% agree. It's like I don't know. I often experience too the full brunt of whatever emotional weight is going on. So writing, I choose to, like, write kids lit more often than not. I think because it's less, like, traumatizing, I guess, but really hard. Yeah, really hard. Adult fiction for me is rough because I also too use a lot of my fiction to talk about, like, trauma and other really intense themes or things that are bothering me. And then I don't know. I like to have characters have happy endings, so people always make it out, but it's like they definitely don't make it out without having to put up a fight. So it gets really tiring. But definitely very relatable. I'm excited to move past this first act because it's probably got one of the heaviest act ones of anything I've ever fucking written. I don't know, Fatal Mechanisms was actually pretty bad. Let's see. I don't know where my ideas come from. Usually, my best ideas come while driving. Yes, yeah, I dissociate and I drive, so my brain definitely does that stuff too. I have to like listen to music to keep myself focused. This particular book, I'll read the Wattpad synopsis for it. If you want to read it, it is free. I'm on Wattpad. I'm currently submitting it to a contest. That's an open novella contest based on some prompts. But this thing is called The Witch in the Woods, and the logline for it, or like the quick synopsis for it, is Liz von Altus has been sent by her mother to negotiate with Tsar Koschei, king of the fairies. If she fails, her family's life, as well as the lives of all humans in America, is at risk. To make matters worse, Liz has done the unthinkable. She's fallen in love. Will she be able to navigate her mother's will, her new feelings, and the king of the fairies, or will she lose herself and her sanity to the woods? So this novella is an expansion of my Brady von Altus universe. The Brady books were the first books that I ever published. Let me actually open up I can like go over here and look at that. There's my Brady books. The Brady books were the first thing that I'd ever published, and it's about this young kid, Brady, and his very bizarre magic family. This kid is a totally normal kid, and he's just kind of vibing as he's trying to navigate the weirdness that is his family life. But Liz, his aunt, suffered from a lot of fairy curses in her youth, and that resulted in a bunch of really weird stuff. The fourth book, Brady von Altus and the Changeling Children, is almost exclusively about her. But there's lots of fairies, lots of folklore. Yeah, and Liz's story. Oh yeah, I mean technically One Pale Reflection, or rather Hidden in Glass, was the first thing that I published. I also published, quote, Crowning Justice before that as well, but I consider the Brady books the first like reboot. Like it was under my first like official publishing house and things like that. The other two books were kind of published casually via KDP while I was in high school and undergrad, so I don't consider those like the first true blue ones. But yeah, Brady is the hard reset. But yeah, lots of magic, lots of Slavic and Russian folklore, and this particularly deals with, these three novellas are going to deal with generational trauma and how to deal with a toxic parent, you know, like what it's like having to deal with that, and how that can impact you as an adult. So each of the siblings, the Von Altus siblings, deal with different shit, but Liz in particular, it's like very heavy fairy curses and miscarriages and trying to forge her own life after devastating trauma, which is not easy. But the whole novella series is called This House Makes Monsters, and it's about how this the mom, Gran, she's a Mavka, or maybe something more sinister or more old. My theory is that she's actually like a Proto-Slavic god. How her raising her children went really horribly wrong, and how that impacted the family. So I want the readers to be able to walk through the each sibling as a novella. These all can be read as like standalones, but it also ties into my Brady von Altus series too. But yeah, really, really intense shit. I am tired. Alright. Oh, apparently we got the shortest sprint literally of all time. I'm gonna do one more sprint before I have to go and then get prepped for working with this student for the next hour. What time is it there? Here it is 2 p.m. Normally I stream until 2, but I started 30 minutes late today because I was doing that query letter that I screamed and submitted earlier. I'm going to be like manically checking my my email to see if that query is going to go through. Let's go. Let me go manically look at that guy's look at this guy's query timeline here. He hasn't looked at any more queries since this morning. I imagine that he will do that again tomorrow. I need to chill out. I do, yeah. I stream 4 days a week, Monday through Thursday, from 11:30 a.m. Mountain Time, give or take. That's if I don't have any like disasters going on for whatever reason. To 2 p.m. Mountain Time. So most of the time, Tuesdays are my writing days. And then yes, if you're in the Discord, you can check out the schedule tab here, which will tell you not only what I'm doing during the week and then the date and the time that I'm going to be streaming, but I also have the schedule for like the entire month, roughly what's going on, give or take. Sometimes these things are subject to change, so really kind of depends. Yeah, we're going to be doing editing at the end of this month, which is kind of fun. So I work on comics, I do portfolio and animation work, all sorts of stuff. But I'm going to go ahead and jump into this last sprint, and then here we go. Good luck with everything, and then let's see if I can finish this actual segment before stream ends. We'll see. Here we go. All right, holy God, that was like the shortest sprint of all time. I actually need to do some quick revisions to this, but I'm almost done. So I think I'm going to finish this really quick while I guess I wait for the meeting with my student. But thank you so much to everyone who hung out today. I really appreciate it. And especially a big thank you to Broken PH Meter for the follow and also for the sub as well. I'll be back tomorrow, same time, to work on Heaven's Equal comic work. And then this Witch in the Woods part or end of Act 1 will be posted to Wattpad by the end of the night tonight. So if you want to go check it out, I hope you enjoy it. And yeah, thanks again so much, and I will hopefully see you all soon. Bye-bye.